Back to the game. This is Abilene Flying Bison Baseball, live.
What do you know? We are going to have first pitch, and it won't be quite on time as what we expected, but it is as close as we're probably going to get here. It'll be the final time the Piney Woods TimberHogs hosting your Abilene Prairie Dogs tonight, the series finale. Very much appreciative of Matthew Telez and manager Kyle Dyson joining the pregame show. Is now ready to get baseball underway as the right-hander Grayson Dean takes the mound for the TimberHogs. Let's tell you about the starting lineup for the Prairie Dogs. It'll be Cooper Schneider once again leading things off in center field. This is a very similar lineup. It's actually the same lineup we saw in Game 2 last night. Yair Ramirez batting second and playing shortstop. Preston Newberry in the 3 spot in right field. Riley Hood batting cleanup over at third base. It'll be Tom Chessel batting 5th. Brandon Dickinson batting 6th, the designated hitter. Daniel Williams batting 7th. Hayden Ramage batting 8th and catching. And Seth Sloan batting 9th. We'll look at Grayson Dean on the mound. And kind of the season that he's had has kind of been a little bit rough. He was released by Fort Smith and traded on over to this Piney Woods TimberHogs team. So now 2 teams during the summer. Looking at his numbers, a 7.71 ERA, an 0-2 record in 3 appearances. He's only had the 1 start, and that start was against Abilene last weekend whenever the TimberHogs came to town. So this is a pitcher they're very familiar with seeing. He's worked 14 innings, gave up 14 hits, 14 runs, only 12 of them earned. And he's also walked 13 batters. The last few warm-up pitches in there, and gives you a time to talk about what's going on around the rest of the Mid-America League tonight. Is a doubleheader between the Texarkana Rhinos and the Sherman Shadowcats. They're currently underway in the top of the 3rd inning. 4-1, the Rhinos leading Sherman. Get the standings a bit later. They will play Game 2 approximately 30 to 45 minutes after Game 1. Again, Abilene taking on Piney Woods one last time here in East Texas. And then the Fort Smith Marshals battling the Joplin Outlaws. Fort Smith picked up 2 wins in the doubleheader last night. So kind of an upset we saw yesterday over the Outlaws, currently sitting in first place in the standings at 31-12. Abilene not far behind. They're kind of nipping at the heels right now at 29-13. Not far behind, as it's like that meme that they have out there. Objects in the mirror look closer than they appear. As Cooper Schneider will step in to get things going against the right-hander Grayson Dean. The series finale, the TimberHogs and your Abilene Prairie Dogs. Dean works out of the stretch to get things going as we're underway. First pitch in there for strike 1 at 7:11 here on July 17th on a Thursday night in White Oak, Texas, Roughneck Stadium. So it's a no-ball, 1-strike count. Again, Abilene was also the home team in Game 2 last night after a makeup from a game that had to be made up back at home. Again, a lot of rainouts this past season. Missed outside count evens at 1-1. Schneider in the 6th-inning game last night, a 2-for-3 performance. Had a couple singles, both drove in runs. That one a called strike at the top part of the zone. Count now goes to 1-2. Schneider out of Cleburne, Texas, from Stephen F. Austin. Looks to get aboard here to lead off the ball game. Dean comes set on the 1-2, kicks and delivers the pitch down low. It's an even count, 2-2. Also with Schneider, we talk about his patience all the time, and there's a reason for it. The leader in the Mid-America League in walks, free passes, something that Abilene does very well. He's got 34 on the season. Got a 2-2 count, 2 balls away from seeing number 35. Here's Dean's offering, misses high. And now a full count, 3-2 to get things started. Schneider with 2 hits in Game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday. Just the 1 hit back on Tuesday night in the series opener. So he's had a pretty good series all told. Schneider rips this one out to left field. Chennai going back near the wall, leaping up, it bounces off the wall. Schneider will cruise on into second base as Chennai just gets to it and picks it up. It's a leadoff double for Cooper Schneider to get things underway here in the 1st inning. So the one thing with Grayson Dean, if you don't know, the velocity not as high as many pitchers around the Mid-America League. So that's something that Abilene is going to have to notice early, and they'll easily find a way to pick up on it. And if they do, it's going to be trouble for Piney Woods. Yair Ramirez will step in. What a big day yesterday in Game 1. It finished a triple shy of the cycle. Had a base in his first at-bat, had a 2 RBI double in his third at-bat, then the 2-run home run followed that in the 6th inning. Total of 4 RBIs driven in. Dean's first pitch in the dirt, blocked there by Chavez for ball 1. Saw Chennai make some defensive leaps out there in left field. C.J. Sapicki in center. Garrett Sheffield back in the lineup. He's in right. Austin O'Malley at third. Jaron Headcheck over at first. Alex Everett and Cale Good short in second, and Nick Chavez behind the plate. Drake Lee, your designated hitter tonight for Piney Woods. The 1-0 called strike. Change up that time. It's an even 1-1 count. Pitches that we've seen from Dean this season, out of the fastball, the low 70s, then the curveball / eephus pitch at about 62 to 65 miles an hour. The 1-1, Ramirez drives it out to right field. Sheffield going back on it as he makes the catch. Came in, then had to backpedal as he makes the catch easily for the first out. Tagging at second and going to third is Schneider on the sac fly. Productive at-bat for Ramirez. And that's the first out of the inning. Preston Newberry coming up. The start to the season he has had for the Bison. Now as the Prairie Dogs tonight, playing in his 10th game. This is his 9th start. Hitting .333. He's already in double digits in hits and 30 at-bats. He's got 10. Runner at third with 1 gone. Abilene looking to strike first. The left-handed batter in Newberry fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Newberry, 5'10", out of Tyler Junior College from Tyler, Texas. So his family in attendance as well. Schneider leads away from third. And Dean's 0-1 pitch misses outside. It's an even 1-1 count. Game 2 last night, Dean was 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. But game 1, a 4-hit performance, all singles, 3 runs scored. Also reached on a hit by pitch in his final plate appearance. He had just 1 hit in Tuesday night's game, single in his first at-bat. The 1-1 pitch, a called strike. Dean works ahead of Newberry at 1-2. Cleanup batter Riley Hood on deck. Much like Yair Ramirez, Hood also put together a productive game in game 1. Pitch misses high here. Count evens at 2-2. Coaching staff and players on this team have talked very highly of the addition of Newberry, what he brings to this ball club, and really good number 3 hitter in the order. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch misses outside. It's a full count, 3-2. So a chance for Newberry to get aboard with 1 gone, put 2 runners on for Riley Hood. Dean looks in, now comes set. Takes a breath and delivers home. The pitch is skied out to right field. Sheffield a couple steps in. No, that's actually that popped up to the second baseman. It was in shallow right field. That's the second out of the inning. Got deked on the run in by Sheffield. So a pop-up sounded like it might have been a broken bat, too, off of Newberry. And that's the second out. Staying at third is Schneider, not deep enough to score him. Now Riley Hood will come up. 2 gone with a runner in scoring position. Mr. 325 himself. First pitch, this is low. Count goes to 1-0. Riley Hood went 0 for 3 last night with a strikeout. The second of the doubleheader. The big game was game 1. 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles, and a 2-run home run. All told, 4 RBIs driven in. 1-0 to Hood. Smacks this one out to left field. Chennai never saw it as it's over his head. That's going to go to the wall and give Abilene the early 1-0 lead. The cutoff throw Now into second base, not in time. Sliding in safely with an RBI double is Riley Hood. The hot bat continues for Mr. Abilene. It's 1-0 Prairie Dogs here in the top of the first inning. So with 2 gone, now a runner at second, and the guy whose bat is starting to heat up a little bit as well. It's the Aussie and Tom Chessel. Chessel didn't get a hit in last night's Game 2, but had a 3-hit performance in Game 1 of the doubleheader. First pitch in the dirt, smothered there by Chavez to keep it in front for ball 1. Chessel hit into a 4 unassisted double play in his first at-bat of Game 1 yesterday, but his next 3 at-bats, a single and a run scored, a double, and then another double and a run scored, giving him a 3-for-4 night. Said manager Kyle Dyson helped change his approach a little bit, and just some small mechanics to help him get into the right form, and it's certainly working out. Another pitch in the dirt, blocked by Chavez once again, and it's a 2-ball, no-strike count. 1-0 lead here for the Prairie Dogs in the top of the first inning. Number 5 batter at the plate in Tom Chessel. Dean looks in for a sign, a hang of the arm as he looks in. Now sets and is ready. Look back at second. Now the delivery in there for strike 1. Chessel taking all the way that time. Chessel at 220 pounds, 6'5" out of Clarendon College from Queensland, Australia. Still ahead in the count, 2-1. The pitch, Chessel hits this one hard through the hole into left field for a base hit. They're going to send Hood and test the arm of Chennai. Throw is not going to be in time. It's cut off. They're in the middle of the infield grass, and scoring easily is Riley Hood. Now Abilene up 2-0 after the RBI single. So back-to-back run-scoring hits by the Prairie Dogs. As now Brandon Dickinson will look to keep it going. Dickinson didn't play in Game 1. He played in Game 2 and delivered what was ruled a double. It was a soft pop-up out into right field that caromed off the glove of the right fielder and Edwards. Now comes up in a run-scoring spot. First pitch here misses for ball 1. Looking at Dickinson's numbers this season, up to a 246 average. 446 on base is the one that really sticks out, though. Here's Dean's delivery. That went in there for a strike. And the first pitch was actually a strike as well. So an 0-2 count, Dickinson quickly behind. It's been called in the clubhouse Spider-Man now after yesterday. No explanation just yet. 0-2. Dean trying to get out of the inning. Dickinson trying to extend it as this one misses outside the zone. Dickinson stays in there now at a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Spidey senses were tingling that time and have a good play discipline to lay off. Chessel leads away from first base. Ahead 1-2 is Dickinson. The pitch runs high. That's an even 2-ball, 2-strike count. So it's up to Dickinson to keep this inning going. 2 gone, a 2-0 lead for the Prairie Dogs to really put a lot of runs up here in the inning, especially with 2 gone. The 2-2 pitch, Dickinson drives this one out to center field. Sapicki calling for it, a couple steps in, makes the catch, and that's the final out of the inning. 2 runs coming to score off a pair of, 3 hits, actually a trio of hits. Schneider with the leadoff double, Hood and Chessel with a pair of RBI base hits. As we go to the bottom of the first, the TimberHogs come up to bat right here on the Prairie Dog Radio Network.
You're listening to the Flying Bison Radio Network.